Hey guys, it's Sam with the Blind Life. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got something very special. I am going to be speaking with two of the leading organizations in the blind community today, and we're going to be giving a special announcement. We have Patrick Long from InnoSearch and Mike Buckley from Be My Eyes. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, Sam. Happy to be here.
Sam, thanks for having us, man. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to talk to you guys because we've got a big announcement. And Patrick, do you want to just jump right into that?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to share a bit about myself, also about InnoSearch and the cool things we're going to be doing together with Be My Eyes. So, hi, everybody. You might have seen me on some of Sam's previous videos. I'm one of the co-founders of InnoSearch AI, and we're a company focused on making the web more accessible for the blind and low vision. InnoSearch today has a shopping platform where the blind and low vision can find and shop from over 500,000 retailers, 1 billion products, all in our catalog. Blind and low vision users can also book flights and also use our voice AI. The reason why we're so special is because we're optimized for screen readers. So when you're using JAWS or other text to speech softwares like Apple VoiceOver, our site just works and it's super smooth. Today, we're very excited to announce that we will be working together with Be My Eyes. You can now shop directly from the Be My Eyes app, and you can access InnoSearch services from all the conveniences of the Be My Eyes application.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, Mike. Well, congratulations on the partnership. What does this mean for Be My Eyes?
I First of all, I'm excited, right? I think so many members of our team, when they played around with InnoSearch, they just came back to us over and over and over again and talked about how this is just a better experience, right? And if you think about our mission, right, to make the world more accessible for the entirety of the community of blind and low vision, what is one of the giant pain points for the blind and low vision community? Shopping,
Mhm.
accessibility of websites, like figuring out how to get through that nose. And so, what I think it means for us is we're really trying to expand um, problem solving, joy, and delight for the blind and low vision consumers using our services, and making it easy to get to InnoSearch, right? Is just one of the ways we do that. And transparently, we love the fact that we'll benefit, right, from having the community spending more time and engaging more on our platform, right? That's definitely something that we want. Um, but the big thing is to give this beautiful kind of shopping assistance product, and excellent like accessibility, make it easy to get to through our app. And for InnoSearch, it's more discovery. But Sam, Patrick left out one of the other really cool things about this deal that we're doing together is any purchase that you initiate through the Be My Eyes website will get 2% cash back, basically as an InnoSearch credit. So if you spend $100, you get a credit for $2 of future shopping on InnoSearch. And I actually looked up that I think the average individual consumer spends something like $6,000 a year on groceries, right? $5,000 to $6,000 a year. And if you think about 2% of that, it's like getting a free week of groceries, right? On top of that. And so we're not charging the consumer anything, right? There's nobody has to pay us anything. Sam, that a big part of the ethos of Be My Eyes is that our products and services are free for the community.
Mhm.
So anyway, I'm rambling on, but like Patrick and his co-founder Brian have built something beautiful, and we're excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic partnership. I've been talking about InnoSearch for probably about a year now, and helping to promote it in my humble way. I use it all the time. I think it's a great service, and so it's a fantastic idea to partner up with Be My Eyes, which if anybody isn't aware of Be My Eyes, which I don't see how anybody in our community wouldn't be aware of the app, because it's arguably the most popular app in the blind community. But I think yeah, I think it's a going to be a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I think we are really excited by this because now with this Be My Eyes deal, we can be in front of so many more blind and low vision people, right? There's so much more exposure. And we think, just with the small community we've had in the past year, they've really loved our accessibility first design, right? Our user, the blind and low vision individual, really enjoys the simple core philosophy of our platform, right? We remove a lot of the noise, the ads, the related products that normally would trip up your screen reader. You can find very quickly what you're looking for. And also, like what Mike was mentioning, groceries and food delivery will soon be on InnoSearch, starting around early June, we're projecting. So, basically you could shop from your local grocery store, local favorite restaurant, and have it at your doorstep, in less than an hour. So we're going to be rolling that out in all 50 states in the United States. I'm very excited to bring this new feature to the blind and low vision community.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you guys just keep growing, and it's amazing, and I love that. So not only accessible shopping, but you can book flights. You'll have grocery service soon. It's incredible. So what is this going to mean, the partnership for the end user? I mean, just another way to easily access shopping, I imagine. But what else? I mean, I can't imagine, or I can imagine it's going to increase independence, all that.
Sam, I hope so. I never want to like engage in hyperbole, right, or overpromise and things like that. But you know, the word we talk about a lot at Be My Eyes is power, right? And wanting to give the individual consumer who just happens to be blind or happens to have low vision power. And whether that power means independence for the person or joy or ease or whatever it is, that's what we're about. We want to provide tools that give folks power over their daily lives. And I think what Patrick and the InnoSearch team have created is a massive step in the right direction. So hopefully, Sam, and by the way, I'll get a lot of angry emails if this doesn't if it's not the case, but hopefully it creates some power, right? I think the second thing is it should create some savings, right, with the 2% cash back, right? I think that's a really good thing. And I think about the longer term of this. Patrick and I have talked about the fact that think about the enterprises that use Be My Eyes right now on the corporate side. So take Hilton or take Emirates Airlines. Well, we could probably do something really interesting, creative in offering deals on InnoSearch at some point from those brands, right? And we have the opportunity, I hope, to create a virtuous circle where the consumer wins, right, from a more accessible experience. Um, InnoSearch and Be My Eyes win because there's a little bit of a revenue play that we get from the e-commerce providers, right? Again, not charging the consumers, and hopefully these brands can win by offering their products and services in a thoughtful way or a discounted way or whatever it is on InnoSearch. So I really hope that we can check a lot of boxes like that.
At InnoSearch for us, like we see the world today, a lot of the websites have been designed primarily for those who are sighted, right? And that makes it,
Mhm.
a lot of people say 98% of websites are inaccessible, right, for the blind and low vision, because websites, they primarily focus on sighted individuals. And we think with the advent of AI, a lot of the voice technologies, right? I know Be My Eyes has a lot of AI functionality as well. Um, we really want to level the playing field, right? So as a consumer, whether you are, blind, low vision, or you're sighted, that experience should be the same, right? Equal, right? Put everybody on an equal playing field and allow everybody to have access to essential services that they need, right? Whether you're booking a flight, ordering groceries, right? Buying items for your family for Christmas, right? You should be able to do that independently and also confidently.
So the great thing about InnoSearch, one of the great things is that it's international. Patrick, can you touch on where InnoSearch is available and the different platforms that people can access it through?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can actually use InnoSearch today in the United States, in Canada, the United Kingdom, and also Australia. You can access us through the web, right, using your favorite screen reader. You can also call if you prefer not using the computer and just interacting with our voice AI. In the US, the number toll free is 1-855 SHOP GPT. And you can go to our website for the other countries. We also have toll free numbers for them as well. So InnoSearch is available right now in those four countries, but we're actively exploring options to expand further. We're very excited for this. We've been getting a lot of inquiries from people all around the world looking forward to our service. And, as we continue to make partnerships, we will look to how we can explore and grow further.
Yeah, I know whenever I put out a video about InnoSearch, I get a lot of comments from other countries giving feedback that they would love to see it in their area as well. So, Mike, can you talk a little bit about the integration between InnoSearch and Be My Eyes? Like, how exactly is that going to work?
Yeah, we're going to have it accessible through multiple places within our app. There'll be kind of a notification on the front screen to start, which is like, "Hey, would you like to try shopping on InnoSearch?" And there will be InnoSearch links as well in our community tab of our app, as well as in the service directory tab in our app. But Sam, I want to be honest with you, like we're evaluating right now what the best place is for this to live inside the app, and so we're going to do what we always do. We're going to iterate quickly and get a lot of feedback from the community using our product. We get hundreds of queries a week from the community of users using our product. So I think we're going to hear from them on this in terms of where it works best. We're always going to try to balance out the kind of ease and utility of getting to the shopping
Mhm.
without wanting to clutter the experience. And we'll figure out where the right balance is. But as Patrick and I have talked about this a bunch. We're going to iterate and we're going to iterate a lot, but ultimately it's going to be about what the consumer wants, right? And making it as seamless an experience as possible.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Get it out there and then tweak it as it goes. Well, question for both of you. Speaking about feedback, I know InnoSearch has always been huge on getting feedback from the community and using that feedback to improve the quality of the product. Uh, I'd love to know both of you where or how is the best way that the community can send in feedback about this partnership for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, feedback, I would say, has been, what has made InnoSearch so special. Like myself, I'm not blind and not low vision, right? We
That's
do
all right.
have
We forgive
three
you.
blind we do have three blind and low vision people on our team, right? And so I very much rely on them to work, use our product, try it out, and always, let us know what, new feature or tweak they would want to see us make, right? Because they are the people who, you know, day in, day out live this. So, we definitely listen to our community, things that you want to see, things that you feel is good or bad. I think more importantly, the bad is things we love to hear, right? Because what doesn't work, right? We can spend effort and try to fix it and make it better for you. So you can always message us at our support at innosearch.ai. We monitor that 24/7, right? And you can expect a reply within a few hours. So yeah, let us know what you see, and we're happy to schedule a user testing session or whatever, right, to learn more and see how we can make our product even better for you.
I will say that in my due diligence in asking hundreds of questions about InnoSearch, right, to members of the community, um, the thing that came up a bunch is just what you're talking about, Sam, is like folks said consistently, InnoSearch is listening, right? They're taking our feedback. They want to hear where the bugs are. They want to hear where the problems are. And that's a big deal, right? For a mission driven company like ours and theirs, I think listening is fundamental to success. So for us on the support side, in the settings tab in our app, there are multiple support options. I'm not going to give you the email address because depending on what your device is, when you press the support button, it may go to a different tab. But there are also support buttons on the web. I can assure you, Sam, people generally find me, and I personally handle a number of customer support tickets every week. So we really want to hear from you about how this is working, how it feels, and what the experience is like. So I hope we get a lot of inbound.
As I said at the beginning, this partnership definitely makes sense because you guys are definitely leaders in the community. But is there, can you share a little bit about your kind of your combined goals for this partnership and kind of how it all came together and what's the purpose, I guess?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to start first. So basically, we were very excited to work with Be My Eyes because we saw Be My Eyes' deep commitment for digital inclusion and access equity for the blind and low vision, right? And I talked privately with Mike, like one of their top pain points is to solve a lot of the major issues the blind and low vision have all in one app, right? So online shopping and inaccessible sites are one of the top, pain points for the blind and low vision. And InnoSearch, that's, our core focus, right? 98% of websites today are inaccessible to the blind and low vision. And our mission, right, is to make the experience for those who are blind equal to those who are sighted, right? When accessing websites like e-commerce, flight booking, right? You should be able to do it independently and confidently on your own without any sighted help, right? And together, I think I'm really excited by this because, Be My Eyes has just a great reach and credibility, right? Being around for over a decade, right? And along with our full service, AI interface, I think we can really make a great real world impact, right? And we're building technology not just for technology's sake, right? But really impacting real world lives. That's what makes me so excited about this.
Sam, it's a really good question you ask. At the end of the day, um, this really is about a shared mission that we have. Patrick, I can't remember. I think I called you guys or asked you guys for a call out of the blue, or I don't remember the actual first interaction, but or who called who first. But it was pretty clear, Sam, that in that first call, there were kind of a lot of shared values at play, right? And a shared desire, which is like the fundamental step on any sort of strategic alliance like this. And so I feel really good about that, about the kind of the shared values here.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like it. I think it's going to be great. Well, guys, uh, thank you so much. Really quickly, those that are watching or listening to this, if you would like to learn more about InnoSearch, I have videos on all the different features so far. Just the general accessible online shopping, the booking flights, and the shopping over the phone. Soon I will be I'm gonna have to do the grocery one too. I'm gonna have to collect them all, I guess. And then of course, Be My Eyes as well. I'll do a video about that too. But so definitely check it out. InnoSearch.ai. Also, down in the video description below, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will have a link to the website. And if you sign up through that website, if you create a free account through that, or excuse me, through that link, then you'll get $10 shopping credit as a gift from InnoSearch. You can use that on whatever you want. So huge thank you to them. Check that out down below. And of course, I'll have a link to Be My Eyes. Be My Eyes is available on so many different platforms: Android, iOS, Windows OS. What else? Mike, anything else?
More coming soon.
Yes. Awesome. So obviously, if you don't have that on your phone already, what are you doing? Where you been? Download it. It's free. It's an amazing app that's so helpful in so many different situations. Patrick and Mike, thank you guys so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. And I'm excited about this.
Great. Thanks so much, Sam. Really
Thanks,
appreciate
Sam.
it.